well, since 2023 is here, I gotta get rid of the 2022. Well, not really get rid of, but open them up, get them off the cards. And I had 3 cases left of Hot Wheels to do, and might as well just do them all in this video. Buckle up, people. Well, actually, we don't really have that much, and we're gonna go through them kind of fast, like this. Well, I'm gonna try. This is the Volvo 850 Estate. One of my favorite castings from Hot Wheels. You get nice headlights. No grill. Tail lights. You got your Rayu badge on the quarter panel. 850 Volvo. Simple, but that's how we want it. We have some like paint bubbling on the back there. Nasty. It's a $1 Hot Wheels though. What do you expect? Awesome though. Got the dark gray rims, and it kind of matches the custom diecast car group. It came apart. Oh yeah, because it wasn't glued, and I didn't glue it either because my glue sucks. Kind of matches a little bit. He had the same idea with the rims. He painted it black, and then he oh, he's got the amber on there though. That's better than just the clears. So, Diecast Car Guru predicted Hot Wheels. Actually, he's done that a couple times. That's kind of like an inside joke. That was the only. So by the way, that was M-Case. That was from M-Case. That's the only repeat casting that I bought. Everything else was new castings. This is a new deco. Still a new casting, even though it's a repeat, or not a repeat, a recolor of the Hummer EV, which I think this is way better than the yellow. And, you know, because I'm a sucker for metallic paints, so to me, this is way better than that pastel yellow that they were using on the first edition. But the windows are a little more clear, and they expose a lot, so same details as the yellow one. Nothing too crazy to report on. Hummer, EV, GMC, you know what it is. That's a nice orange, though. I really like this orange. Very unique color for Hot Wheels. You don't see very many. I said that about Matchbox, too. They don't do many orange cars, even though orange is Matchbox's color. But I figured Hot Wheels would go with the normal, like, white or gray that the Hummer EV has kind of been shown in, but they didn't, so I give them props for that. But Matchbox did, and they did it way much better. So much better. Oh my god, it's smaller than the Hot Wheels. This will be a different video, though. So there's your Hummer EV. The other recolor that I got was, of course, the Z Proto. I don't know why they still call it a Proto. It's a production car now. But this one too debuted in yellow, and I gotta say I like this Metal Flake white a lot better than that yellow. This is classy. Oh, and the gold rims. Yeah. This is classy. There's your headlights. You get just an enamel white on the trim here. Not a big deal. There's your chrome rims. And there are your taillights. A little off, but whatever. I don't care. It's a $1 car again. Beautiful. Love the, let's call it yellow. Love the white paint. Awesome model. Awesome model. It's still a good casting, even though I complain about this. It's still a really nice casting. That's a nice color combination there. Black, orange, and white. I like that. Speaking of color combinations, here's a god-awful one. The Honda Civic Custom. I really hate the color combo on this one. The casting isn't particularly up my alley. I had a custom idea. That's the only reason I got it. And I kind of want to tweak it a bit. I like the dragster idea. Of course, it looks funny, but that's how they really are. But I want to tweak it a bit. And I love the tribute to Ryu. Oh my god, what is up with this casting? Something came up and clawed on it. Dang. I like the tribute to Ryu. Asada's Garage. There's Hot Wheels in Japanese. There's your R for Ryu. I don't know why the Hot Wheels logo is just white. Oh yeah, so this window's down. All the other ones are bolted into place. That's interesting. Got all these ventations in the back. There's your R on the roof. 42, is that number significant to him? Actually, was he 42 when he passed away? That might be what that refers to. I don't know for sure. Oh, no, I think maybe it's 45. Oh, I don't remember. I think he was in his 40s. Seems like you get lensed headlamps. Oh, you got a Honda badge that they just covered up. It's there embossed into the casting, but they covered it with this deco. It's thick. I think those are lensed headlights. You get your black front bumper with your turbo in there and your intercooler. You got a black rear bumper. And of course, you got your small wheels in the back, large wheels in the front. Now, the light colors on this really get me off. Like the light blue and the light yellow on the rims here contrast way too much. If it was a deeper blue, I think it would work so much better. And you kind of end up going after a cargo carriers vibe from Matchbox with these color combos, except we got red thrown in here now. And I like the red recolor so much better. I didn't get it because, I mean, this isn't a casting I'm going to collect. I just wanted this one for a custom. But the red recolor got rid of the yellow. And they just made it white. So the hood was white and the rims were white. That looked so much better. Just that little change, and it changed the entire thing. And of course, the side decals became white too. I love that. It streamlined it a lot more for me. Or they might have been blue. I don't know. But yeah, these yellow wheels are just too much of a contrast. Oh, and if you want to see the stance, imagine this sucker pulling a front wheel drive burnout. Just bam, 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 bam. See the Spitfire. Moving on, this is a beautiful casting. The Lamborghini CN. It's grown on me as a car. And I took some nice photos of it in Forza. And it's really grown on me. Actually, Lamborghini styling has too, because I love the new Countach. I like, it's actually the first Lambo in a long time I can say I actually love it. This one is an okay one. You know, the front end's weird. I love the back, but I don't love the whole car. Yeah, so the front end's funky looking. It kind of looks like an evil villain from a movie. I don't I don't know what's going on. Yeah, got these long eyelashes. You got the Lamborghini badge. You got your trim around the headlight. I don't know if the actual headlights are detailed. I think these are the headlights. Yeah, I don't know. Damn, that's a big ass dashboard. What is going on? You can barely. I don't know if it's supposed to be like that. I'm sure it is. You can't even see through the side windows. They're so opaque. And that one too. You can't even see the interior. Love the plate on there though. You got your exhaust. I like the trim on the back here. That's okay. It looks a little better than the Z just because you don't have such a big break. This side you do. Tail lights look fine. Yeah, this casting is really good. And I say that because this car has so many intricate lines in it that it really must have took a while to get these details down. I mean, and I like this line right here in the door where it splits in like the Y because that's exactly what the headlights are doing. I love that. And I think the headlights do have some silver paint on them. Yeah. Barely. It's hard to see. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. This isn't one I'm going to be collecting. If they do a black one, maybe. I absolutely love it in black. That's what I made the one in Forza. I made that one black. I love it in black. All right. Opinion, this is the most controversial model of the year, for sure. The Nissan Maxima drift car. I hate it's a drift car. But it provides a nice base to do other things with, like turn it into a stock sedan, which I haven't even tried yet, but I really want to. and also turning it into a sedan, which actually I don't think I'll have to fill this hood in. I'm probably just gonna cut this out from the window. This window, whatever this piece of crap is. And then I'm just gonna put this in here, then I'm gonna fill the top of it, so I'm using less filler. Actually, that's a really smart idea, dang. Of course, I have to sand that down because that's annoying. And I can probably just cut the base off. It seems like the interior forms the front bumper, so I might be able to just cut that part off of the base, and then I'm okay with leaving the little trim under the bumper there. The rear end's going to be a whole nother story. I could probably part out another one and just take the front bumper off and put it on the rear. Actually, that's another good idea. Jeez. But this one really is for the wheels. Look at those. The tri-spokes, beautiful. Absolutely wonderful. Dima, Motoral. Yeah, see, this is going to be a problem too, getting rid of these fenders. I mean, I think that's going to be the biggest problem with customizing this. This I can just chop off. There's absolutely nothing, just chop it off and then like sand it down so it like transitions flush. Chop off that, chop off the diffuser, and then I got to figure out how to put a rear bumper on this. Chop off the wing. Yeah, it's basically just chopping things off, but the fenders I actually do have to sand down. I have to be really careful with these mirrors because I can probably deform them really easily. Of course, there's your RB engine, nothing too crazy. You can probably just transition that into a Skyline if I wanted to put a removable hood on that. But actually, I like the size of the Maxima wagon. It's long. And I kind of like the Bosozoku front end, which I could probably repurpose. It still says Nissan on it. I could probably repurpose it for a Bosozoku build because I want to turn the R30 Skyline into a Bosozoku car. So maybe I can use that front bar for that. Moving on, that was M case, I think. Moving on, I spent too much time on that, but P case is next, and we're starting with. Actually, we'll start with the basic version of the Super Treasure Hunt. The 94 Audi Avant RS2, these god-awful rims, as David Basin would say, and I agree with him. They work on certain cars, not this one. Definitely not this one. Also, my screen got really dark. Love the headlight. I love the front end detail on this one. This is just the plain plate. That's a nice front end. And then the back is even better because the bar tail light. Love it. Audi, your Avant badge, your plain plates, which is an interesting touch, but wow. I love it. Just plain black. Actually, I can bring the Volvo back out. Yeah, maybe I have to put some, I need to find some black Matchbox 5 spokes, and maybe I should put them on here, and then it will buddy with the Volvo. Look at that. What awesome partner vehicles. Actually, no, we'll keep this one out for a little bit. This one, which is, I know, a lot of people's favorite model of the year. So we covered the most controversial, and then we know this is a lot of people's favorite because it's a beta version of a Ferrari. This is your Automobilia Pininfarina Battista. I think I said that like perfectly. I'm happy with that. And I purposely skipped the yellow one, and I actually did find the red one. Skip that one too because this blue. Yeah, I love it. I love this blue. This thing is pretty. This metal flake blue. Oh yeah, that's why I skipped the other ones because I wanted this one. This is not going to be a casting I'm collecting. This is not my style. But I did want a sample of this one. And this blue just sold me 100%. If it isn't obvious, blue is my favorite color. And when it's done right, unlike the Civic, when it's done right like this, totally taking it. Headlights look good. Trim, I think that's trim. There's your big grill. Looks like a shark. It kind of looks like a McLaren, really, more than a Ferrari. Love the black. This one, okay, unlike the Lamborghini, which has very sharp lines, and besides this right here, it's got a lot of smooth lines on it. Like, you get a lot of smooth transitions. I like that. I like that about this. You got some sort of cursive on the back that I cannot read. You got markers, maybe. Those have to be the tail light. I have no idea how this thing is set up. It looks like bug wings. Like these right here, just because they're flat on top, and then they look like wings of a bug. Like an actual bug, not a Volkswagen bug. Although if you're in the Cars universe, they do have wings. Flat bottom, Pininfarina Bautista. This is a new model for the... no, actually, no. It debuted last year in the ID line. So it's technically not a new model. This is a recolor of a new model. Again, in pearl white. I don't know. Besides blue, pearl white is another favorite color of mine. And this one's already coming off the card. I found an error one of these two in Target where the front decals were separated. And this one isn't in the best condition. And the front details, I probably could have found a better one because these things hang around, which is sad. It's a beautiful casting. This is the Lucid Air is, well, we've covered most popular, or one of the most popular, most controversial, and probably the most underrated new casting of this year. How about that? And, you know, these decos are very subpar. It's so off. Lucid. Yeah. Oh, the taillights are actually decent. You got your black trim around mostly around the windows. Love it in pearl white, though. And what better wheels than these? I mean, these wheels actually work on this casting. Like I said, with those. They work on some models. They work on this one. Those do not work on that. And they kind of work on this one. They kind of. I'll give them it. I'll give them a pass. I'll give them a pass. Flat bottom on this one, too. Is this one electric? There's definitely not an engine back there unless it's covered, but I kind of feel this is electric, too. This is definitely electric. I know that. Yeah, so this one's really underrated. It hangs around. I didn't see many people buy it. Maybe because it's more of a Matchbox-esque car, and we know hardcore Hot Wheels collectors don't like Matchbox at all. It's a very common... I mean, of course, if you do like Matchbox, don't take that as offense, but I'm just saying it's a general thing, especially if you're on Instagram. You see the really hardcore Hot Wheels collectors will say that everything Hot Wheels does is trash, or everything Matchbox does is trash, and everything Hot Wheels does is just golden and should be held up like God. Like, I don't know. No, and some people say I do that to Tomica. That may or may not be true, but I can appreciate some Hot Wheels. I'm not going to pass up all of them. I wish I could, honestly, because that would help me downsize, but I cannot. Like this, the Toyota Van, my favorite model of the year. I'm just saying, this is my favorite model of the year, the Toyota Van. It's the Hiace's baby brother. Oh my God. And as much as I love the red one, this gray, I think it's better. And the red one wasn't bad at all. I like the color combination better on this one mostly, even though the red one was still perfect. The blue with the gray, or the metal flake silver, or whatever you want to call it, is perfect. Absolutely perfect. And this one too, like, oh, I thought it was bleeding. It's not blood, it's just dry. And this one too, like the Maxima, doesn't take much to convert stock. And I don't understand why people do not do any of the conversions and they just say, oh, look, I made a stock one. Like, no, you didn't. no, you didn't. So most of the conversion takes place on the base. You have to chop this lip off, leave the bumper, and I think this lip is separate. This is on the base. Chop that lip off, chop this lip off, and chop these corners off. And there you go. And the wing. And then you lift it a little bit. You just sand this down and then glue the wheels on underneath. I don't care. That's the easiest way to lift the model. There you go. That's all you have to do. I don't know. I might keep the wing, honestly, because the only reason I would, that pillar would be an issue. Because I think if I cut the wing completely off, that pillar is going to be exposed. So the pillar might have to stay on, or the wing might have to stay on there. And the pillar, I just need to keep the pillar on there for putting it back together. But yeah, I love this one. All you need is the side decals on this one. That's all you need. Front are lensed, and oh, they do the back ones too. So that works. Works. Beautiful. Every version should be like this. You know they won't. We all know they won't, but it should. Love it. That's my favorite. My favorite. We'll move these, and we'll move into the last one of this video. Our last case, which is only 4 cars. Q case. Here we have the Mustang, or the Ford Shelby GT5, or 350R, not the GT500. I like the GT500 better, but this is not the GT500. I didn't realize how similar this was to the first release. I don't really think I need this one with the first release, but it is a drastically different blue, so I guess it counts. But now I have 2 blue versions. Like I only have the blue versions of this casting. So it's kind of weird, but they're very different because the blue on the other one was more like that Pininfarina. This one is much lighter, and you can probably tell that by without me even comparing them. Actually, I think Majorette did one in the blue like this. No front details. You get rear details, but they're extremely subpar, and they're not even aligned. So black detail on the wing and the roof, and you get stripes. That's it. But I do like the blue on this one. It is a lighter blue than what I'm used to, but still really nice. And you get the dark 5 spokes. I like that. And actually, Q case was very blue focused because here we have our McLaren Elva. Which I said I might get rid of the black one now that they have the blue one, because I like this blue so much better than the black. Blue, to me, is the iconic color of this vehicle. It's funny that it doesn't have a window, which is probably why the dashboard is metal. Probably said that in the review of the black one. But you get the same details of the black one, the stripes, the number 12, McLaren on the McLaren badge. There's number 12. You got your black trim here, which is weird. Actually, that probably couldn't even see that on the black one, or they probably didn't do it. No tail light action. But, yeah, simple casting, and like I said with some of the other ones, a lot of lines going on here, and they really nailed this one, too. They got all these lines down. But what I like about the black one, though, is the beige interior. I think it's brown, actually. The brown interior, which you don't see a lot, but looks good. Do these have the same color? That's gotta be, that's the same exact color. This is closer than a Matchbox color variant. Like those Subarus I looked at in the 9-pack video, those were more different than these. These are the same color. Interesting. Well, that's weird to have 2 cars the same color in a case. Next up, this is very contrast to these nice light blues, matte black, Porsche 911 GT3. This is, I like the new GT3. I like it. Another one that I have been enjoying to photograph in Forza. Except mine is white in Forza. It looks awesome in white. I don't even think it's a factory color. I like they put details on the vents. Porsche badge. These eyes are so big. It's giving you puppy eyes. It's a little puppy. You get your gray rims, which I think contrasts the black very well. Better than the Civic. You get your very thick rear end here. You got your trim lights. 911 GT3. Porsche on the back. And you got your LED strips. This casting is very nice, though. Besides I think the rear end's just a little too thick, but... Oh, they actually put a decal on the roof here, which I can tell because it isn't the best. You know, there's not that big of a difference between the matte and the gloss that they use for the decals, but you can just tell because it gets all these like little chips in it. These little smudges. What a beautiful release in black. And actually, when I found this one, there was another guy looking through the bin too. And there was 2 bins, so he was looking through one and I was looking through the other one. And he's like, he had 3 of these black 911s already. And he's like, oh, I need one more, then I'm set. I'll be out of your way. And he said as a joke, oh, you're not in my way. But he gave up on finding one. So he left. I finished looking through my bid. I moved over the one he was looking for. Within seconds, I found another black one. I'm like, how did he miss it? There's a couple of them in mine, too. I don't know if he looked through the one I was looking in. But there were a couple of them in there, but then I found one in that one. I just took one of them. Don't know what one it was, but I don't know. It's kind of weird that he couldn't, that he had 3 and he couldn't find any more. Last but not least, the last one of the video, the Lotus Emera. I passed on the other Lotus. I didn't like it. This one is more clean and contemporary for me. I hate the rims, though. Again, this probably won't be another one I collect, but I wanted to get an example of this because it is pretty clean. Although, because I have added way too many blue cars, I might end up swapping this one out for the red one in 2023, which is also going to be a super treasure hunt, but I just want the regular one because that's Metal Flake red and this is just pastel blue. Although I think out of any car, pastel colors work the best on Lotuses. Don't know what it is, but it's always been like that. They work so good, especially when you get these like light colors, like the lime greens too. Headlights look good. I like those headlight decals. Lotus badge. Taillight details. And Lotus is written out on the back here. A lot of nice details on this one for the customizers, like your grills and all that. I like how they got texture on the roof there to kind of like make it look a little more realistic, you know, so that you can't see through the roof. So yeah, 3 out of the 4 cars I picked from QCase are blue. I don't know. But that is it, everybody. Thank you for watching. That is the end of mostly my end for 2022 Hot Wheels. I probably got some 5-packs and whatever, but I didn't buy that much for 2022. Oh, and a couple premiums, just a couple. But I didn't buy that much for 2022. So I'm really happy about that. I spent more on Matchbox. Even with all the help I got, I still spent a lot on Matchbox. So it's nice to say that I did not go crazy with the Hot Wheels. And I'm trying not to go crazy for 2023. I really don't want to. I don't have a permanent spot for the Hot Wheels yet. And I'm still working on the Matchbox, and it doesn't help I keep adding to it. But what are you going to do? That is everything for this video, though. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.